What is going on, Pokemon Card Nation? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be talking about some drama that's happening in the TCG and collecting community. I will try to be as impartial as I can when it comes to this. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So this is an article by Kotaku. You have to remember, every time you're reading an article or anything, for the most part, unless it's like just strictly informative, like PokeBeach stuff, I feel like there's a bias in here, whether it's towards one side or the other. It's hard to say, but I feel like they're trying to give their narrative of the story. So I'll do my best to be as impartial as possible, because I don't actually have the entire context of the hour video they are talking about. The article is titled, Charizard Millionaires Disrespect Triggers Outpouring for OG Pokemon Artist. Gary, King Pokemon, has the trading card community giving props to Arita. I can't say Arita's first name, so I'm just going to say his last name, purely out of respect, because I don't want to, butcher his first name. This is a picture of the card. I'm assuming what it is, the card they're talking about. It's a first edition base set Charizard with Arita's signature on it. It's actually on the case. It's not on the card itself. And the article starts off by saying you've probably heard all about the Pokemon card frenzy unfolding within the last few years and high prices that some old school cards from the original run can command on the market. Possibly. You've also heard that this fervor was driven in part by influencers like Logan Paul, who have taken every opportunity to talk up their collections. But unless you're actually in the Pokemon card community, you likely haven't heard about Gary, King Pokemon, or if you've ever seen Pawn Stars, the 67-year-old man who owns the most expensive collection in the world, and recently a clip of King Pokemon talking about his Charizard card set has set the community ablaze in fury. Now, I only heard about this yesterday. I had no idea this was going on. I only heard about it because of some Instagram stuff that was posted by Gary, and it was basically telling Frosted Caribou and other people to stop getting angry with him over it. I had no idea what it was about, so I was a little confused. I thought it was just like drama, but apparently he said something disrespectful about Arita. And if you want my honest opinion, before we get too much farther into this, I think both sides have taken it a little too far. From my understanding, fans of Gary are going and attacking other people, while the other side of people is just basically trying to cancel Gary for what he said. I'm not trying to say what he said was right. I'm just saying that maybe that's a little too far. The clip is old, hailing from a longer 2020 podcast style YouTube video. My other thought on this is an older video. Like, we're 7 months into 2021 at this point. So the fact that people are just bringing this up now makes it even more kind of, in my opinion, a little petty. I'm not saying they aren't right. I'm just saying that maybe they're taking it too far. Inside the world's most expensive $10 million Pokemon collection, the whole thing is over an hour long, but the snippets that set everyone off is fairly short, with only about 40 seconds of the entire thing excerpted in snippets that jump around. So, with the context of this article and that sentence we just read, this video that we're about to watch was basically cut and put together this way. I have not seen the full video, so I'm going to try to withhold saying too much about my thoughts on this. In the original, the moment happens at around 0:51 minutes, so almost towards the end of the video, I would assume, since it's about an hour long, when Gary pulls out his base Charizard collection. One of these cards, graded to be in mint condition, is in a sleeve signed by none other than Arita, an illustrator for the trading card game, who drew the Charizard that is now coveted by the entire world. Nothing but respect to Arita from here. He's done basically some of my favorite artwork. My most favorite being the Gyarados EX from Breakpoint, the secret rare. I'm not even that big of a Gyarados fan, but I love that card. That card is awesome. I had one of the few BGS 10s. I actually sold it to a friend of mine. So yeah, I love his work. He is probably the best Pokemon TCG artist out there. So I will say I'm with everybody who's saying that man deserves nothing but respect and love. Yes, I agree with that. This is from Frosted Caribou. She made a tweet. This is the last straw. I've never seen someone so blatantly disrespectful. This person has the nerve to call themselves King Pokemon and is continuously idolized by the community. I will say, naming yourself the king of anything is a little strange. Like that'd be like if I said I'm the king of small YouTubers just because I'm a small YouTuber. To be fair, from my understanding, he does have one of the most expensive collections. Is he the king of Pokemon? No, maybe he could call himself the king of Pokemon cards, but he's not the king of Pokemon. That crown belongs to Cynthia. You leave the queen where she is. Anyway, jokes aside, we're going to take a look at this video. I was going to try to maximize it, but when I did that last time, it was like 480p. So I'm just going to try and give you the audio. I apologize for that.
EGS 10. Signed.
Yes.
Wow.
In this case, the signature means very little.
Yeah.
So all I'm getting from what he just said in that specific part is that he's saying when you put a value on a card, the signature compared to the card value is not as much. That's what I think he's trying to get across. However, I think he's doing it in a way that is disrespectful. That's what I think happened here. Like I said, I haven't seen the full video yet. I will try and go and watch it, but to be honest, I don't really feel like going and searching through an hour video to find the whole context of the entire thing, because I don't have time for that, and I'm sure most of you guys don't either. So I guess he went about it the wrong way and said it the wrong way. I will say he does kind of dig himself into a deeper hole as we go and watch here, but this is very similar to what I said when I said that the fight between Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather is not going to significantly increase the value of the card. When you're talking strictly about value, I'm not saying someone wouldn't pay more for an Arita signature. I personally would pay a little bit more. I'm saying the increase in value will not be as significant, and I think that might be the case here, but I could be wrong about what he's trying to say. So we'll keep watching.
Arita, who did design that Charizard, and it's signed on the case, not the card.
Right.
I mean, never would you let him sign that card, because that.
In my honest opinion, I would rather have his signature on the card, because he is the artist of that particular Charizard, than on the case. On the case is a little weird. I get why people do it, but I would rather have it on the card. That's my personal take on it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section. That being said, I have never bought an Arita signature. I've looked at one. It was a Shining Arceus. I do not know why I did not buy it. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have bought it.
Really special.
Wait, who signed this?
Arita.
Artist of this
Mitsurito.
card.
Yeah, the artist. Yeah, but which in a lot of cases that's a big deal. But this card is such a big deal. His signature means nothing.
So a lot of people are basically taking that and saying that he's saying Arita's signature is worthless. That's not exactly what he said. Like I said, in the value terms, I get where he's coming from, but yeah, he keeps going on and on about it, and I think that's where he went wrong a little bit. I do think the card would command a bit of a higher price. I don't know how much higher that would be. It could be anywhere from a few hundred to a few thousand. If you want my honest thoughts on this, though, about the card with the signature in particular, if it were me and I was looking for a signed Pokemon card, this would never happen because it would probably be impossible to get. But if he had the original paper that he drew that Charizard on, that's what I would want signed, because to me that's like, oh, the artist signed his artwork. What's happening here is these cards are just prints. They're just prints. It's still a cool thing. I still think it'd be a very cool collectible to own, would be Arita's signature, especially with the impact he's had on the TCG as a whole.
Yeah, I could take. I'm tempted to take it off of there.
Why?
It's just on the case. It's not on the card.
I get what Gary's trying to go for. Just the value is the discrepancy between a signature and a non-signature card isn't going to be that much. But you shouldn't have said the word nothing. You should have said that it probably would command a bit of a higher price, and left it at that. You should not have said what you said. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's worth canceling the dude over. I really don't. I feel like there's people out here trying to cancel him, and vice versa. I feel like there's people out there trying to cancel Frosted Caribou for whatever reason because she's angry at him. I have seen a little bit going on Instagram and Twitter for both of them posting different stuff, and I'm just, to be honest, it seems like they haven't actually even said anything to each other. It's just they're saying things on their Instagram, and then their fans are basically attacking each other like sharks, is what I think is happening, based on what I've seen as well. In this case, the signature means very little. He begins as the interviewees are audibly amazed by the Charizard card. He then not only name checks Arita, which I don't know what they mean by that, but says he would never get the signature on the card, the implication being that this would somehow ruin it. I do know there are some collectors out there who feel that way. I am not one of those people. I personally welcome it. Yeah, I don't know why people would think that. I guess I can kind of see it, but it's just, I don't know. I feel like if on eBay, if the card sells for more with an autograph, even if it's only a little bit more, it does mean the signature makes it worth more. And then they're quoting Gary here saying, his signature means nothing. He continues before stating that he's tempted to take the signature off completely. So basically, take it off of the case. Like he said up here, he didn't really want it in the card in the first place. So I guess he was just going to wipe it off the case. Why did you buy it, though, if you didn't like it? I mean, I don't know. I guess some of the stuff just didn't need to be said. That's what I think of. Then it says, one of the interviews asked why, and Gary doesn't answer. Instead, just continues to express relief that the signature is on the case, which we did see in the video, the edited video, that it did, that he did say that almost multiple times. Now, depending on who you asked, Gary is already a controversial figure. For some, he's a force for good, bringing a beloved hobby to the mainstream. When the interview originally went up, it was received well on the whole, with the top voted comment reading, Gary's passion is infectious. Seems like such a genuine guy. Other popular comments are similarly positive because honestly, owning a collection like this is really cool. But for others, there's a nagging sense that Gary is in it for the money. All of his attention for the hobby has only increased the value of his cards in particular. So of course he'll say yes to a video with Logan Paul. Some would go so far to call it all a giant scam, as one profile for the King Pokemon put it. I got a lot of thoughts on this, you guys. And some I'm not sure I'm ready to talk about yet, because I got to think about it some more. But I think this has gone a little too far, in my honest opinion. I think this has really gone a little bit too far. The fact that Kotaku made an article about it, and I'm pretty sure when I came to the site somewhere it said that this was like their top article right now. I think people are taking this too far. On both sides, I really do. I really do. I will say one thing. I get, not liking that somebody's in it for strictly for the money. But at least he's not out there like scalping stuff from, Walmart shelves. He's not sitting there like a vulture. A lot of these vintage guys that have vintage cards and, stuff, a lot of them are in it for the money, and that's the way it is. I'm sorry, it's the way it is. I think one of the biggest things we can all learn from something this is something I was taught growing up, and I think everybody should be taught, is that life is not fair. Not everybody is going to have a $10 million Pokemon card collection. Not everybody is going to think the same as everyone else. If he's in it for the money, he's in it for the money, and there's nothing any of us can do about it. That's the reality. And at the end of the day, most collectors who are in it for the collecting, or even if they're in it a little bit for the money part, actually do like Pokemon. I don't know about Gary, I don't know him personally, but I do know other people who are strictly just collectors and just collect what they like. And I know other people who are collectors as they basically hold it as an investment. And honestly, every person that I know that's in it for either both or one or the other, they do like Pokemon. It isn't just about the money for them. Like I said, I don't know Gary. I don't know what's going through his head. I don't know Frosted Caribou. I don't know what's going through her head. All I know about her is she's a player and she made that one really popular video. Haven't really watched her since. But yeah, I think this has gone a little over the hedge here. And I think people should stop trying to cancel each other and just move on with their lives. Because at the end of the day, it does not matter. It's Pokemon cards. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, it does not matter. There are other things going on in the world right now that are more important. Thank you for watching. What'd you guys think about this video? I really do want to know what y'all think about this. I want to know your thoughts. I hope I didn't offend anyone, because yeah, I just don't want to offend nobody. But at the end of the day, I got my thoughts. You have yours. Let me know what they are. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, leave a thumbs down. But be sure to tell me why either way. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you're new around here. Have a good one. Bye now.